Okay. I thought this was very, very, very interesting. Very interesting. And a lot of people had a lot of things to say in the comments about this, but I wanted to give my 2 cents about it. I just wanted to give my 2 cents about it. So Clifton McDow last week tweeted, I can't remember what day this was. I think it was like a Wednesday or Thursday, somewhere around there. But he said, FYI, SDSU, South Dakota State, had one of the most elite teams in college football, no doubt. But if I didn't get hurt on this play, we win this game. Just saying. And he put the shrug, this emoji. The play that he's referencing is a play where he was running towards the goal line and he tried to jump over the offensive or over like a linebacker, and the linebacker hit his shin. And I think the shin injury that he had, shin or knee, whatever it was, ankle, something lower leg injury that he got during that play, hampered him for the rest of the game. And we could all tell he was kind of hampered. He wasn't scrambling. Like, there was times where there was nothing but green grass in front of him and he refused to scramble. I think he was really rattled mentally, and I think his leg was really hurting him, and he was worried about potentially re-injuring it or worsening it during that game, so he didn't really scramble. Granted, after that play, that was the end of the first quarter. The start of the second quarter, it's a 4th and goal. They go for it. Eli Gilman gets stuffed on the 1-yard line. Miraculous tackle from Adam Bach. Really good play from him. But Eli Gilman did not get in the end zone, so but that was South Dakota State's defense last year. Like, they were just that good. And I don't 100% disagree with Clifton. Let me give you my opinion about this. I don't 100% disagree with Clifton. I know what the fans are saying. Obviously, the game was 23-20. I don't think that's a crazy margin of victory for the team that was wire to wire, the best team in the country. I don't think that's a crazy margin of victory for a team that averaged, I think they gave up 9 points a game. Obviously, we only put up 3, so that's right. We helped that average, but Montana helped that average. But I don't 100% disagree with him. I think if he is 100% healthy in that game, they definitely have a better chance to win. And I also think that if they capitalize on these turnovers, it's all if. But I don't 100% disagree with him. I don't disagree with him. There was a bunch of times in that game where he could have scrambled following this play, and he didn't. And I could tell that something was hurting him. I didn't know what was hurting him, but I could tell he was hurt in some form or fashion. I don't 100% disagree that if he doesn't get hurt, they win the game. Like, I think Montana could have won that game if you have a healthy Clifton McDow. Just think about what made the Montana team so good in 2023. And the offense so good. It was Clifton's ability to run when the play broke down. Clifton's ability to use his legs when things broke down. Clifton's ability to make things happen with his legs. On that play that he's referencing, that all got thrown out of the window. He was no longer able to run the ball. He was no longer able to do things with his legs. He's no longer able. So that just stands out to me. That really stands out to me. Like, I'm not saying that they would have won, but I don't disagree with, I think Montana could have won. I'm not saying they would have won had he not got hurt. Montana definitely could have won. He said we win this game. I don't 100% agree with that. I think they have a really good chance to win with him not getting hurt. But I don't know. If, just like somebody said in the comments, I'm not going to say that, but if he said another if-ism, but I'm going to say if was a fifth, we'd all be drunk, which is 100% true. Like, we can if all we want. You didn't win the game. And that's another point that I wanted to make about that is, like, you can if all you want, and I just don't think you say this right there, right then, and like right now. I don't think that's the statement that you want to put out there right now. That, like, if, yes, bro, if. But if isn't what happened. You guys didn't win. You got hurt. You didn't scramble. You stayed. And that's the thing, too, is, like, you got hurt, but you didn't leave the game. You stayed in the game. You continued to play. We could all tell you were hurt. Obviously, I think he gave Montana the best chance to win last year. Whether his leg was really hurt or not, I think he gave them the best chance to win in that game. But I think you don't say that right now. Like, you just give it some time. Like, you give it a few years until you say that. You don't say that a couple months after the game. And then, especially after you transferred away and went to a school with McNeese, like, you could have, another one of my points, I got a lot of points about this. If you truly feel like you should have won that game, and you truly feel like if you're healthy, you would have won that game. Why not go prove it in 2024? Why leave and go to a school that was 1-10 in 2023, didn't win a lot? I know that you're hoping that you can change things around, and I hope you are too. I believe that you're a difference maker at the FCS level. I think you're a difference maker at the quarterback position. I think in the right scheme, you can do some things at the FCS level. But I think your best chance to do that was in the Coach P's scheme. And you can call me biased. You can call it Big Sky bias. You can call it Montana bias. I think his best opportunity to run it back would have been at Montana. Now, obviously, he made his own decision. I'm never going to fault him for that. He's a grown man. He can do what he wants. But like, don't come out and say, if I didn't, like, go prove it. Come back and prove it. Come back and make a statement that, like I said, if I didn't get hurt, win it. And then say, like I said, if I didn't get hurt, we would have won. But you left, you transferred, you're not at the same school. You might not have the same opportunity to get back to this position that you were in last year. Like, even at Montana, you might not have had the same position. Like, so it's like, you can if all you want, but like, they didn't win. I don't doubt that if he doesn't get hurt, though, they could have won. I will stand by that. I think Montana definitely could have won had Clifton been 100%. Obviously, he wasn't. So now we're iffing. That's all we're doing is iffing. But you guys let me know what you guys thought about that. SDSU fans obviously disagree. North Dakota State, most fans disagree with this. Whether they're Montana, like most fans outside of Montana, I think really disagree with this. And I think a lot of Montana fans might disagree with this as well. It's like, I don't think it's a great look. And I don't think you say that right now. I know you have immense confidence in your ability, and I think that's something that helped the Montana team out last year was your confidence and your ability and how it permeated through the team. I think that really helped the offensive line. I think that really helped a lot of the young players. Like, your mentality is different than a lot, and sometimes to be great you have to be different. And I think that lended itself to your team last year. But I don't like the feel of this tweet, but I don't disagree with you. I don't like you tweeting it, but since you tweeted it, I can give my opinion. I don't think you're 100% wrong. I don't. But, yeah, that is what it is. You guys didn't win, and now we are where we are now. Now you are where you are now. Everybody let me know what you think about that in the comments, and I will move on.